I need to get a new speaker anyway because I got some DJ jobs coming up this summer. I'm actually emceeing the Pittman. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good afternoon. Not just on the Roadrunner Network, but also on YouTube. We've got a dual stream today, but just for a standalone game between the Ocean Vikings and the RCSJ Roadrunners. I'm Dan Wilkins. I'll be joined by Mike Wolverton and Maria Kirby, along with Lydia Fitzgerald in front, taking some pictures today on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. It is officially baseball season. It's no longer 30 degrees with 30-mile-per-hour winds, even though this place always seems to be a wind tunnel. Ocean County coming into this game after a very valiant series against the Roadrunners last year with a three-game set. And even though RCSJ, of course, the back-to-back national champions, they went 51-8 last year. They'll be playing Ocean today along with a away game at Ocean County. Same time tomorrow, 3:30 on Wednesday. The starting lineup for the Roadrunners tonight, it'll be not John Mayer. It is Joe Mayer at shortstop. He leads us off. Alex Apicella at third base for the Roadrunners. You've got R.J. Mestero in right field batting third. Kyle Slogic at first base. Kyle McSorley behind the plate batting fifth. You've got Matt Brunner in center. What did I say? Nick Slogic, right. My brain goes before my mouth does. It's going to be Matt Brunner in center field. Gabriel Reyes at second, Gavin West at the DH spot, and Maribot leading us off in right field. We'll stay on the air for the national anthem. And there you have it. Roadrunners taking the field in the New York Yankees tradition. We're going to have the starting pitcher not be Vincent Magliozzi with a game-time decision made. Two starting pitchers were listed on the roster for today's lineup, but instead it will be St. Joseph's Devin Malsavio, who takes the hill for his first start of 2025, the 6'2", 210 sophomore right-hander. He will actually be making his second start of the year. He appeared for 2 innings in the Game 1 victory over Camden County College back on February 27th. Gave up 2 earned runs in 2 innings, along with 2 walks and a strikeout. in a 15-7 win over Camden. For Ocean County, their starting lineup this afternoon, they'll be starting off with Booth at center field. You're going to have Laspo at second base, Yishak at third, going to have Korchek at third. Let's take a look at this lineup in a little bit more detail here. Coach gave us last names for this lineup, so I'll make sure that I am saying them correctly with the right pronunciations. But yeah, Malsalvio coming into this game, 2 innings pitched, a 9 ERA, 2.5 whip after a 1 strikeout, 2-inning appearance versus Camden back on February 28th. He comes into this start with his second appearance, and not just that, his second start of the year as well. Ocean County coming into this game at 1-7. They lost to Middlesex 11-10 in their opening game. And then in a high-scoring event, they lost to Middlesex in Game 2, 34-8. They lost Game 3, 8-4. They beat Terra State over at the Ripken Experience Field of Maryland, 5-2 for their only win of the year. Lost to Manhattanville, 13-4. Clark State, 19-1. And Henry Ford, 15-4, all at the Ripken Experience down in Aberdeen, Maryland. This is the start of a 2-game set with them before they are at home for a doubleheader on Saturday versus Tompkins Cortland, as these guys ramping it up on the out-of-conference schedule before they go back into the Region 19 slate with a standalone versus Raritan Valley on March 17th. And they've got a 3-game set next weekend coming up a Friday, 9-inning game versus Union College on March 21st. And on Saturday the 22nd, a doubleheader with the Union Owls. That aforementioned lineup for Ocean County, let's say. Let's get it right this time. It's going to be Evan Booth at third base, in center field. He's going to be batting in the leadoff spot today.
Leading off for Ocean is the center fielder number 3, Evan Booth.
Then we've got number 23, Tom Laspina out of Point Pleasant Borough. Number 11, Ryan Ushak at first base. And then in the number 4 spot, you've got number 38, Evan Kwartnick. Here's the first pitch downstairs, and we're underway here at our CSJ. Booth, the starting center fielder out of Monmouth Regional, 6'1", 170 as a freshman. 1-0, way up and in. A little chin music there, and it's 2-0. Booth without a hit in 16 at-bats so far across 7 games, a .273 on-base percentage. He has 6 walks and 9 strikeouts in the early campaign. Still looking for his first base knock, though, as that one is foul. Ocean County's lone win this year, as we said, a 5-2 win over Terra State down in a multi-game, I guess you could say, not tournament, but showcase over at the Ripken Experience. That one got him right in the ribs. And Booth will take that one with pride. Might need some Tylenol tomorrow morning, but he will go down to first base. A hit by pitch gets it started. Especially for Devin Malvasio, coming into this game, making his first appearance in basically 2 weeks. He last appeared on Friday, February 28th in the Game 1 win over Camden County, 15-7. Fastball at the letters, misses. Tom Laspina, sophomore out of Point Pleasant Borough, 158 average across 7 games, 3 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases. Last year put up 20 hits in 55 ABs, 1 extra base hit, 11 strikeouts, and a .444 on-base percentage, and a very respectable .364 batting average. So just a bit of a sophomore slump start for Laspina, but plenty of time to turn it around. He was way wild on that. That will get Booth down to second. Definitely some control hiccups here for, um, excuse me, Malvasio. 2 balls, 1 strike. Vikings appear to be in business early with a runner in scoring position, that being Booth, who was hit in the ribs and then advanced to second on a wild pitch. Here's the 2-1 to Laspina. Downstairs on the fastball, trapped by McSorley, and it'll be 3-1. Malvasio out of St. Joseph's by the Sea High School in Staten Island. 2 innings this year, 1 strikeout. Here's the 3-1. Tapped out towards third, it will trickle foul. Count is full. Of course, with Ocean County drawing a lot of Shore Conference talent, a very strong high school conference for baseball. Laspina, the batter, just 1 year removed from that Point Pleasant Borough team that made the state championship in Group 1 after winning the Central sectional title. Payoff, misses low. And not the smooth start that the Roadrunners wanted, but still plenty of time to turn it around. And in fact, just 2 batters in, looks like RCSJ does have action in the bullpen. Right-hander warming.
Now batting first baseman Ryan Usha.
Here's Ushak. A hit by pitch and a walk to start the offense for the Vikings. Little lollipop throw. Oh, it hit the runner, goes into center field. Heads up base running, moves Ocean up 90 feet. And the Vikings, believe it or not, they are in business here in the first inning. A hit by pitch, a walk, and a somewhat errant pickoff attempt. That puts 2 runners in scoring position. And before we can advance, Roadrunners pitching coach will come out to talk to Malvasio. In the pen for the Roadrunners is the sophomore that they call Chief, Vincent Magliozzi, out of Union, warming up in the pen. But yeah, here with this quick conversation, obviously coming in a little bit impromptu. With the, I guess you could say, the early struggles here. So after a bit of an extended chat with Malvasio, we do have Ushak at the the dish for Ocean. 2 runners in scoring position. That one is going to trail inside, and that hit him in the wrist. It'll be a little bit painful, but Ocean certainly will take it as it is. Bases loaded.
Now batting third baseman number 38, Evan Kortnick.
Kortnick out of Toms River North, 5'10", 185 sophomore, and after that hit by pitch, it will be an early exit as Rob Valley comes to the mound. Looks like the head coach will bring in the right-hander Magliozzi. No outs recorded, 2 hit by pitches and a walk. Bring Malvasio's day to an early close as they'll call for the right-hander, and we've got a very early call to the bullpen here. Still no score, but Ocean County looking to strike first here on this Tuesday afternoon 9-inning standalone on the Roadrunner Network. Back on the Roadrunner Network, it'll be Evan Kortnick batting in the 4 slot. He takes the third base position for the Vikings. First pitch, away, 1-0. If you're Coach Valley here, you certainly want an offensive outburst at the bottom half of the first inning to kind of respond to this, especially if the Vikings can get some action on the board. Ground ball out to third. That dives into left field for a base hit. Gets past Apicella. 2 runs are going to come in unless this throw beats him. It does not. And Evan Kortnick puts the Roadrunners on their toes with a 2 RBI single. And still without an out recorded, Magliozzi will not get charged with any runs there. That will go against Malvasio. And here's Pat McKay. So Booth and Laspina came in there. Advancing to second is Ushak. First pitch to McKay. No, he'll throw back to second. Reyes picks it up. Ball 2. Still no outs recorded here, top of the first inning. 2-0 Ocean County. Magliozzi looks back at second, delivers. This one's fouled back on a College Drive. McKay, freshman, 5'8", 190. 304 average in his first few games as a Viking, 6 RBIs. 1-1. That one's going to hit him, and that will load the bases. So my apologies, I missed inside. It looked like it could have hit him. Spoke a little too soon, though. Count is 1-2. Oh, it hit his bat. Okay. So I'm not completely crazy. Here's the 1-2. Magliozzi delivers. Breaking ball upstairs. Count is even at 2. But Roadrunners looking to reel in some control and command. Still with no outs. 2-run single by Kortnick started off the offense, and that will be low at the knees. 3-2. The catcher Marshall on deck for Ocean County. Certainly off to a hot start after, I'm saying specifically in this game, after a 1-7 start to their season. They're off on the right foot, and a nice fastball up and in. Retires McKay. Out number 1. And now here's the catcher, T.J. Marshall.
Catcher number 5, T.J. Marshall.
222 average. He's played 7 of 8 games, and that one's going to hit him. Did that hit him in the helmet? It looked like it did. Now the bases are loaded for the number 7 hitter and the pitcher, Piccoli, Daryl Piccoli.
Now batting the pitcher, number 9, Daryl Piccoli.
Out of Toms River South. Usually it's at the high school level that you see pitchers kind of playing both sides of the ball here, but Ocean County going with that old school approach and putting Piccoli in the 7th spot. I've seen some JUCOs that do it, especially if that player was a talented two-way player in high school, but it's rare above the JUCO level and above high school that you see that, so nice stuff here. 0-1 count to Piccoli. As Magliozzi with the 0-1. Right down the pipe, 0-2. So in this inning, a hit-by-pitch, a walk, another hit-by-pitch at the hands of Ushak, a 2-run single by Kortnick, a strikeout swinging for McKay, and now a hit-by-pitch to Marshall. It's 0-2. fouled away over towards the Ocean dugout. The left fielder, Chris Garcet, is next. As the number 8 hitter. But the bases are loaded. Roadrunners looking to avoid a further offensive outburst. Here's the 0-2. Tapper out towards Reyes. This could be 2. There's 1. Throw over to first is in time. And a sigh of relief for Magliozzi and the entire Roadrunners crew as Ocean leaves the bases loaded with a 4-6-3 double play. We're through a half frame. Roadrunners grab their bats now. 2-0 Ocean.
Leading off for the Roadrunners, the shortstop, Joe Mayer.
Joe Mayer leading us off in the bottom half of the first inning after Ocean County got everyone awake with a 7-batter, 2-run frame. The pitcher, Piccoli, ended the inning with a 4-6-3 double play. Piccoli out of Toms River South comes into this game as a freshman with 2 appearances. This is his first career start as a Viking. Looked like a little off speed there, 1-1. Misses inside to Joe Mayer, the shortstop. 5.25 ERA in 12 innings this season, and just 1 strikeout. He appeared for 5 innings in an opening day 11-10 loss to Middlesex. As we said, through 5, he gave up 5 earned runs on 8 hits. He then appeared for 7 more innings in a 5-2 win over Terra State, Ocean's lone win to today, or to date, I should say. 2-2 to Mayer. Well outside, 3-2. It's Mayer, Apicella, and Mastero, first 3 for RCSJ, as they look to get back into the driver's seat after a couple hiccups in the first inning. 2 runs on 1 hit. Roadrunners also got an error on that one in E1. Fly ball in the straightaway left, taken in by Garcet, who will lead off the second for Ocean. That's 1 away.
Now batting the third baseman, number 3, Alex Apicella.
One of the first warm days of the year. Still very fair here at the Roadrunner Athletic Complex. Breaking ball cuts in there for strike one. Apicella, the 6'3", 210 freshman, batting .306 in 10 games. High chopper out to short. Picked up. Throw across is in time for out number 2. So Piccoli making quick work of the Roadrunners here in the bottom of the first, but Mastero looks to disrupt that. As we said, this is the first of a 2-game set with Ocean County. They'll be playing same time tomorrow at Ocean. Piccoli kicks and delivers. Outside on the fastball. Roadrunners still undefeated at 11-0. Picked up an out-of-conference win at Bronx Community College with a 12-1 final in 11 innings. And of course, we were here back home for a doubleheader win, 10-1 over Bergen in Game 1 and 11-0 in Game 2. Looked like a two-seam there, caught the zone, 1 and 2. Slogic, first baseman, is on deck. 2 outs, base is clear. 8, 9, and 1 due up for Ocean in the top half with Garced leading off, followed by Maher and Booth, the center fielder. And RCSJ kicks off a 3-game set versus Union on Friday. Union plays all of their home games at Jim Haynes Baseball Stadium at Kane University. I corrected myself there. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball. Out to the 6th slot. Here comes a fiery throw from short. It's in time. Piccoli off to a good start. He retires the Roadrunners in order, and it's 2-0 Ocean after 1 here in Sewell. Welcome back on the Roadrunner Network. It's the left fielder, Garced. Ocean County put up 2 runs in 7 batters in the top of the first. Darren Piccoli ended it on a 4-6-3 double play. The Roadrunners will be playing 5 games in 3 days this upcoming weekend, barring a storm, which is expected on Sunday. That's going to be an out. Nice play and nice recovery by Mayer at short to avoid an error and avoid a base runner. Garced is retired for out number 1. Here's Maher.
Shortstop number 12, Dan Maher.
Dan Maher out of Pinelands High School, home of the Wildcats, takes a ball. 0.71 average with 2 stolen bases in 7 games so far. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Maher off to a 1 for 14 start. His lone hit came in that aforementioned 5-2 win over Terra State. Ocean County played several games down at the Ripken Experience in Aberdeen, Maryland, right off of I-95. And that's where their lone win this season appeared. Count is 1-2. Down. McSorley gathers it. As we said, I mean, they had some high-scoring games early on in the season. They played Middlesex on opening day as a part of a 3-game series. They got swept, but 11-10 was the score in Game 1, 34-8 in Game 2. And on the outside corner, strike 3. First strikeout for this second inning, and the second by Magliozzi, out number 2.
Center fielder number 3, Evan Booth.
Here is Booth. He came around to score after being hit by a pitch to lead off the ball game. And then Game 3 of that series and Game 2 of that doubleheader on February 28th, 8-4. Popped up, first base side. Slogic going over. Can he find it? No. In a collision with Reyes, it drops. They played 5 total games at the Ripken Experience. They won their first and then lost to Manhattanville 5-1, Macomb 13-4, Clark State 19-1, and Henry Ford 15-4. Check swing. Appeal says yes, and it's 0-2. If the inning continues, Laspina would be on deck. No balls, 2 strikes to Booth. The 6'1 freshman out of Monmouth Regional, still looking for his first hit of the year. But obviously the Vikings, despite his statistics, still hold confidence in the center fielder, putting him in this leadoff spot. Here we go, 0-2, Magliozzi. Another check swing, says he went. McSorley tags him out and then throws it to first for good measure. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Magliozzi retires the Vikings in order, and through 1.5, it is still 2-0 Ocean County.
Slogic.
Here's Slogic. leading off the bottom of the second for RCSJ. They trail 2-0 and still looking for their first hit of the day. Slider is called for a strike. It's Slogic, McSorley, and Brunner. 0-1. Did not drop in there. 1-1. 1-1. Trails inside there. Got a little too close for comfort. 2-1. That one's laced into left field for a base hit. Slogic picks up RCSJ's first hit of the day, and one with great velocity as he laces a single into left center field.
The catcher, number 28, Kyle McSorley.
And here's McSorley. Feel like that's a little bit of the wake-up call that RCSJ needed. They were retired in order in the bottom of the first, and after giving up those 2 runs, you don't want to get complacent with a deficit, especially when you're 11-0 and, you know, the bar is just set at a different level. But McSorley will bunt. That is a foul ball. Good call there. Picked it up in time. And it's 0-1. RCSJ, as we said before, playing Union on Friday, and then a doubleheader here on the 15th. They are set to play a doubleheader versus Del Tech on the 16th, but weather forecasts aren't looking too great for Sunday as we go into spring break. They'll be at Lackawanna on Tuesday the 18th. And then 3 games at home during spring break, a Thursday singleheader versus Hartford, and a doubleheader on Sunday versus Monroe, the Broncos. That is not to be confused with Monroe Bronx, who RCSJ played on February 26th as a part of a non-conference game. 2 balls, 1 strike to the left-hander McSorley. It's this one out towards the left. It will go foul. 2-2. McSorley, the freshman out of Old Bridge, 6'5", 225. Throw over to first, not in time. .348 average, 2 RBIs, and 8 runs scored in the 10 games he's played this year. 2-2. Missed inside. McSorley kind of crowding the box there, so that if the ball trails a little too far, he'll take a free trip, but we'll see what happens here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Piccoli looking for a good payoff here versus the number 5 hitter and backstop McSorley. Runner goes. That is outside. And McSorley will take a free pass. So 2 on and nobody out. Here's Brunner.
The center fielder, number 35, Matt Brunner.
Here's Brunner. Batting a very, very good .522 in 8 games played as a freshman. 12 RBIs, 12 runs scored. He has put up 5 multi-hit games this year. There's a bunt down the third. Here comes the throw down. It will be not in time. First baseman did not cover the bag, and the bases are loaded. So an infield single. And after a very strong top of the first by Ocean, RCSJ returning with a strong frame of their own. Bases loaded, nobody out for Gabriel Reyes. As we said, in 5 of 10 games, Brunner has recorded multiple hits. Reyes, the sophomore shortstop, actually he's taking over second base today, batted .400 in his freshman year, 28 .470 And Reyes hits this one out to straightaway center. This could get a run home. Let's see what happens here. Booth with a throw. Can't get his cutoff man cleanly, and that will be a sacrifice fly scoring Slogic. And the Roadrunners are on the board, 2-1. Simple, short, and sweet there. Swung on the first pitch, got it done. Flew it out to center field, and just got what you needed to there. Still keeps runners on first and second, and with West here, creates a compelling situation for the Roadrunners in the early going of this 9-inning standalone game. Both games of this two-step will be 9 innings, including tomorrow's action at Ocean. This one's hit well, but he got a little bit jammed. Into left, it's taken in by Garced. 2 outs. Here's Maribel.
Now batting left fielder number 5, Nico Maribel.
Maribel batting 200 in 4 games so far, 3 RBIs. He appeared in Game 2 of the doubleheader versus Bergen and also got the start versus the Bronx Community College, back on Sunday. That one skips away. Catcher had some trouble picking it up, and that will get everybody over 90 feet. McSorley to third, Brunner to second. And now the tying run is 90 feet away, but they'll still need a hit or an error to get this one tied up. Yeah, but I like Reyes' sacrifice fly there. Didn't try to do too much with it. Very simple swing. And he swung early in the at-bat, too. Kind of a win-win there. Because Piccoli, mostly keeping his pitch count down, Ocean County does have 2 arms in the bullpen, and I think actually both of them are southpaws. So that'll be an interesting conundrum as we go into the middle innings of this one. But here's the 3-0. That'll be ball 4. And the bases are loaded again. Now bringing up Mayer. Second free pass allowed this inning. Joe Mayer flew out to left his first time, now batting in a much more high-stakes situation. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 2-1 game in favor of Ocean. Here we go. Trails inside. Piccoli having a little bit of control issues here, trailing the ball inside to righties. RCSJ 1 run on 2 hits, went down in order in the first, but now having a lot more life in their bats in the second. Good frame there behind the dish by Marshall. Got the call, and it's 1-1. Apicella on deck if the inning continues. Mayer is the 7th batter of the second. Here's the 1-1. This one is roped out towards left field. Could this one go back at the wall? It's gone! That's a grand slam! Joe Mayer! How do you do? Joe Mayer lines it out to left just beneath the scoreboard, and that one will leave the yard. And all 4 will cross home plate. Joe Mayer, with the wind at his back, uses it to his fullest advantage, and it's 5-2. There's a way to get everybody fired up. Grand slam, Joe Mayer. I think that is exactly what RCSJ needed. I mean, it wasn't the cleanest first few innings and first few trips around, but After Ocean put up a 2-spot, it felt like RCSJ just needed that kind of exclamation point moment. They weren't going to score just one here, one there. They were going to get a whole bunch in a certain spot, and that's what they got there. 5-2. Here's Apicella. Ground ball out towards short, sliding stop, picks it up. Throw to first is a little low, and it's booted at first. Ushak couldn't pick that one up. And they keep the inning alive for Mistero, the 9th batter of the inning. Slogic was running out to first. I think he had to grab maybe his equipment that he handed off to the first base coach. Didn't get to pick it up. Slogic led off the inning with a single, and now he's in the on-deck circle, so he'll have to get around there quickly. Mistero takes a called strike. Piccoli is set, 0-1. And Mistero laces this one out towards right field. This one's back, and it's gone! R.J. Mistero with the second long ball of the inning gets this game wide open. Not yet, but we're getting there. It's 7-2 as a 7 spot for the Roadrunners, including a Joe Mayer grand slam, and Mistero's third long ball of the year gets those Roadrunners fired up. 7-2. And they'll bat around because Slogic now bats. How about it? So a 7-run second inning, including 2 homers. The Roadrunners with 7 runs on 4 hits, doing very well for themselves here. Strike called. One ball, one strike. Slogic gets jammed. It'll land just behind us here. 1-2. McSorley on deck. He will be the 11th batter of the inning, but still a very, very strong second frame for RCSJ. Here's the 1-2. Slogic out to right center field. Off the bottom of the wall. Almost had back-to-back jacks, but instead it'll be a 2-out double for Kyle. I keep saying Kyle. Nick Slogic. And how about it? Just a powerful second inning here. Slogic with 2 hits in this second inning. And a complete 180 from where they went 3 up, 3 down in the first. Looked like things were going to be a little bit more close for Ocean. Here's McSorley. The backstop. Earlier in this inning, he walked. And who would have thought that it would have led to this? First pitch. Breaking ball misses away, 1-0. Hit him. So McSorley reaches base for the second time.
Center fielder number 35, Matt.
And Ocean is going to meet with their man. They did have two pitchers warming up in the pen. As head coach Ed McCray makes his way to the mound in that bright red jacket. He is assisted by John Dolan and Joe Palmisano. Piccoli will be relieved, and they actually called in their pitchers to the dugout. So reappearing from the first base dugout will be number 15, the left-hander Ryan Mulcahy. So with 2 outs in the bottom of the second, the Roadrunners have put on a 7 spot, including a grand slam by Joe Mayer, and R.J. Mestero going yard for a 2-run shot. We'll be right back here on the Roadrunner Network.